Good afternoon and welcome to The Rundown. I am your host, Captivating Christian, and here are some of your top stories for today, the 29th of December. The House passes a bill to increase stimulus checks to now $2,000. And in Columbus, Ohio, the officer who killed Andre Hill has now been fired. And this is how Black people get killed. Doctors, COVID-19 deaths, now becoming a new symbol of racism. The hospital president has promised a thorough medical review. And if you plan on traveling next year, you may need a vaccine passport. Details later. Immigrant women filed lawsuits against ICE and the Georgia doctor alleging medical abuse. Now, more than 30 women have come forward saying that they were subject to non-consensual invasive medical procedures. And hundreds of Black women gathered to show support for Anjanette Young over the botched police raid. Hundreds of people, mainly Black women, gathered outside of Chicago's police headquarters. Let's get to the news. Just last week, President Donald Trump urged Congress to increase stimulus checks to $2,000 or threaten not to sign the COVID-19 economic relief package that gave Americans $600 checks. But on Sunday night, the president then gave in and signed the legislation. But last week, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi immediately jumped on the president's insistence on $2,000 checks, setting up Monday's vote on the House floor. And then today, the U.S. House of Representatives on Monday voted to pass the bill to increase the $600 stimulus checks to now $2,000, with 275 members voting for the bill and 134 voting against it. The bill received the needed two-thirds majority of the members voting to pass in the House. Now, its future is uncertain as it heads to the Senate, where a two-thirds majority is almost needed in order for the bill to be headed to President Donald Trump's desk. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has not indicated if he will bring a vote to the floor on larger checks. However, Senator Bernie Sanders, a supporter of the $2,000 checks, called for Mitch McConnell to bring the vote to the floor. Adam Croy, the Columbus police officer who shot and killed Andre Hill, has been fired, according to a statement from the Columbus Public Safety Director Ned Pettis Jr. Croy's termination followed a disciplinary hearing which was held on Monday. The local chapter of Fraternal Order of Police represented Croy at the hearing. Pettis said that the actions of Adam Croy did not live up to the oath of a Columbus police officer or the standards that we and the community demand of our officers. Croy fatally shot Hill, who was Black, last Tuesday within seconds of their encounter, as Hill walked towards Croy holding an illuminated cell phone in his left hand. The body cam footage released last week shows Hill was unarmed. Additional allegations of misconduct regarding Croy and other Columbus police officers who were at the scene will continue to be investigated, and use of body cam footage that was worn and duty to be rendered aid will be among actions further reviewed. The Columbus police have released only Croy's body cam footage. The mayor of Columbus applauded the decision to fire Croy. The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigations is also reviewing the case for potential criminal charges. After the Indiana University North Hospital received so much backlash, they released a statement promising an external review of the case. The black physician who accused the Indiana University North Hospital of racist treatment died of COVID-19. Black Americans are dying of COVID-19 at a disproportionate high rate and face the additional risk of medical racism. In the last decade, smartphone technology and social media has forced non-black Americans to see firsthand the racism black Americans regularly faced. Now, after the death video of Susan Moore, who posted from her hospital bed, is getting a second look, the hospital is now beginning to review her treatment. Moore, who died on December 20th, said that the doctor dismissed her pain and was reluctant to provide additional relief or examination. Research shows that to this day, many of the medical field hold false beliefs about black patients, including that they feel less pain than others. Moore was sent home and then returned to a different hospital 12 hours later, where she later died. After a preliminary medical quality review was done, the director or president of the hospital did not believe that the medical team failed the technical aspect of Moore's care, according to the AP, but that they may not have shown the level of compassion and respect that we strive for in understanding what matters most to patients. And be sure to join Jay Wilson, Rebel Sun, The Official Campaign, Conscious TV, and Captivating Christian this and every Thursday at 6:45 Central Standard Time, 7:45 Eastern Standard Time for the Gentleman's Panel. But we are not afraid to go there and discuss an array of topics. See you there. Now that the coronavirus vaccines have started to roll out in the US and abroad, several companies and technology groups have begun developing smartphone apps or systems for individuals to upload details of their COVID-19 test and vaccinations, creating a digital credentials that could be shown in order to enter concert venues, stadiums, movie theaters, offices, and even countries. The Common Trust Network, an incentive by Geneva-based nonprofit The Common Project and the World Economic Forum, have partnered with several airlines including JetBlue, Lufthansa, Swiss Air, United Airlines, and Virgin Atlantic, as well as hundreds of health systems across the United States and the government of Aruba. The Common Pass app created by the group also allows you to upload medical data such as COVID-19 test results, eventually a proof of vaccination, by a hospital or medical professional, generating a health certificate or pass in the form of a QR code that can be shown to authorities without revealing sensitive information. For travel, the app lists health pass requirements at the point of departure or arrival based on the itinerary. Hey, this is Captivating Christian here to remind you to tune in to Politics and Wellness every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Politics and Wellness every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. In a 160-page complaint in the U.S. District Court of the Middle District of Georgia, 30 women have filed a class action lawsuit on Monday against a Georgia gynecologist and the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, alleging that they have been subject to medical abuse and retaliation while in ICE custody. The women, all of whom were detained in a Georgia County Detention Center, alleged that they underwent unconsensual invasive procedures, including in some cases hysterectomies, birth control shots, and medically indicted gynecological procedures that amounted to sexual assault at the hands of Dr. Mahendra Amin, who was working as an obstetrician gynecologist authorized by ICE to provide medical services to detainees. Several organizations have helped these women, such as law firms, which include the National Immigration Project of the National Lawyers Guild, Atlanta's Dyer Sterling, and the New York Morningside Heights Legal Service. In the complaint, many women say they faced a range of retaliatory actions after speaking out against Amin, including physical assaults, isolations, confinements, loss of money from their commissary accounts, limited access to phones, and delayed deliveries of medications and medical records. Hundreds of people, mainly black women, gathered outside the Chicago police headquarters in the Bronzeville neighborhood on Sunday afternoon to express outrage over the botched 2019 raid at Anjanette Young's home. A coalition of women planned this rally after Young's story came to light just earlier this month, when footage of the erroneous raid of her home, which was captured on an officer's body-worn cam, was broadcast on CBS. Some demonstrators carried signs that quoted Young's comments to the media, including, "They could have shot me, and it felt like forever." Others held poster boards that said, "I am Anjanette Young, and I could have been you." Dozens of officers had entered in the home of Anjanette Young on February 2019 to execute a search warrant that they were acting on bad information. Young, a social worker, stood naked and handcuffs as officers searched her place, despite her repeatedly telling them that they were in the wrong home. Demonstrators called for an immediate firing of all the officers who participated in the wrongful raid. Mayor Lori Lightfoot announced last week that those officers had been assigned to desk duty as civilian officers of police accountability continued its investigation in the incident. The organizers also called for police reform and more transparency from the city and the police department. Young has agreed to meet privately with the mayor on Wednesday morning at the Progressive Baptist Church. Once again, thank you for watching CCN Midday News. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also hit that notification button so you will never miss another news update. Have a great day. Peace.